What is good with everybody in the neighborhood? You already know who it is. Pete the Geek. We're back. Season 2. Y'all stay strapped in. We're about to go live.
Here to bring.
As soon as I get this intro to play.
Here to bring you the facts, data, and statistics up close and personal. Letting you decide if it truly is Hayes or Dewey's.
It's good! Wins the game at the buzzer! Elijah Mitchell the back, a cross sweep, check, leads the end, quick block there on Lawrence, Elijah Mitchell, touchdown! San Francisco!
Good morning, everybody. We back. Season 2. The NFL is back. NCAA is back. I'm excited. I'm super duper excited. And I know one person from the show who's definitely not going to be excited, probably not going to be here today, goes by the name of Black. Yes, I'm calling you out. Before we get to that, I'm going to talk about how excited I am for the season, for the NFL to be back, for the NCAA football to be back. Man, it seems like we was just floating without a sail, without any gas or anything. No disrespect to the NBA, the WNBA, and all of the pleasing entertainment they've been giving us for the last few months. But we're going to talk about the NFL. Before we get there, NCAA yesterday, what a great opener. A great opening Saturday, shall I say. It was beautiful. From the moment that I woke up in greatness. Because like a nice suit jacket, like I like to throw on to talk about these good old football sports and everything else, one of the greats retired yesterday, and I grew up watching him. He was always great. I loved his takes. I love his wacky antics. I love the way he presented his show. Everyone knows this name. Everyone knows this face. He's been at it for years. He has a great influence for the way that I bring my content and the way that I am on the show. Everybody, shout out for bringing us greatness, Lee Corso, man. Lee Corso, y'all, he retired. That was his last show yesterday. And speaking of that, we're going to go right into the first game because he did what he originally did so many years ago in the game when he made his prediction, like I did as well. I predicted Texas, number 1 Texas, to go down to number 3 Ohio State. Everybody say, hey, the big guy in the back. But, yeah, I predicted them to go down. And not only did I predict it, but Lee Corso did it by putting on the Buckeyes helmet. Classic. He did it. He predicted it. They won. Shout out to them. It was 14-7. Didn't look real, exciting to me, shall I say. You had Archie Manning looked like he ran into a brick wall, man. It was crazy. He had 10 rushing yards, 38 passing yards. I don't see anything good going at all from that. I mean, I'm sorry. He had 170 passing yards, y'all. I'm sorry. He completed 17 of 30. That doesn't sound, well, it sounds a little bit like Eli, but not even that bad. So, I don't know. Y'all have to tell me what do y'all think about that. But like I said, I predicted them to win, and they did. So, shout out to Ohio State. Shout out to the great Lee Corso for that last great prediction. I was rocking with you either way, but I wasn't going with Texas. I thought they were ranked a little bit higher than they were supposed to be starting this year over Ohio State. That's another story. I'm not going to get into it. I'm going to roll to the next game that I watched. It was pretty entertaining. I can actually say, and this one right here is definitely.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived.
Yesterday, I got to give a Don DeMarco to Florida State because they went out there, and not only did they beat Alabama, they beat the brakes off Alabama. And keep in mind, Alabama is ranked number 8, and Florida State isn't even ranked. With these first two games that I'm talking about right now, you can see that the league is already the polls are really going to be shaking up early. This is what I love so much. I love it. I don't know who's going to go where, but I promise you this. If this is foreshadowing of what the Alabama Roll Tide is going to do this year, it ain't looking good. It ain't looking good in the least. So I'm going to say this. Y'all need to get it together. Florida State, good job on that. I don't know if it was Florida State got a little bit more tricky or Clemson's defense wore down. Alabama's defense wore down. It was crazy because at first it looked pretty good. Then it looked pretty bad. It's questions that need to be answered. I'm only analyzing these games and talking about them, so I don't know who, what, when, where, or how. Maybe we can get some of the other people to come in and talk about it. Let me know what they think needs to go on for Florida State to continue this and for Alabama to get out of this. Because if you start this season off like this and you can't get it right, it's going to be a long year. It's going to be a long year. Lastly, there was a lot of games yesterday, y'all. There was a lot of games, but this is NFL Sunday, and I just wanted to go over and highlight some of the ones that I watched. I watched. And the last one that I watched was Clemson versus LSU. Battle of the Tigers, man. That game, it started off really, really, really good. It was a defensive game. Clemson got on the board first with a field goal. Then they scored. But it seemed like after, I guess, LSU got settled, all of that stopped. All of that stopped. I mean, it just seemed that at certain times – on both sides, the defenses were looking really good the first half. Third quarter, you could start to see Clemson's defense, I think, was getting a little tired. It was a lot of shakiness going on with them. I think by the way that they played yesterday and the way they looked at the half, they should have had to run back up that hill to get to the locker room. They needed something going on because what they had going on was not it. It was not it at all. I promise you that. But it was, hey, they got bumped off by those guys. LSU proved that their Tigers was a little bit growling more, a little bit more hungry. They wanted this. I'm not writing Clemson off for the year. LSU always has a great program. So we're going to see what's going to come out of these two teams right here. I don't know. I really can't tell you. That's neither of them are my team, but I support both of them. I like them both. I raised in Carolina, so Clemson was my squad till I went to my first Carolina game, and after that I've been Carolina, but I do give shots out to Clemson when they're not playing Carolina. It's crazy. It's all open, but that's just how I choose to roll. Today, we got a lot of college football games we got two major ones that I want to see. One's at 3 and one's at 7 o'clock, and it's the Virginia Tech versus number 13 South Carolina. I'm hoping South Carolina pulls that off and this year has somewhat of a redemption year, get in these playoffs and show these guys, this newly revamped team with Sellers and the rest of the squad out here, we can do big things out here. The defense was biting last year. They ended up looking really, really good. I thought they were going to make it into the playoffs. They didn't. So hopefully this year, all of the things that they were building up, it bleeds over to this year, and they go ahead and do what they have to do to let those guys be put on the map and known as the great players that they are. Now that we got those guys out of the way, I'm going to make a couple of predictions for today's games as soon as I can pull them up. As soon as I can pull them up. Let's see what we got here. We got some news going on. Yeah, we got news. First, shout out to Planet Vapor for all your vaping needs. Make sure y'all check them out. 11 different locations. Sadly, they let another spot shut down on them. And I wouldn't say another, but they let another building go down for the best of the business. But shout out to them, still doing great things. Their sister company, Southpaw Prince, got a lot of great things coming up with them. Y'all make sure y'all check them out. If you can't get with them at any of the 11 different locations, y'all hit them up at www.planet.vapor.com, and they will make sure you are good. Also, shout out to Blonde Fury at Fury Bro Studios for all your production needs. Get down there, tell them Pete sent you, get 10% off of your first recording or your first production. It's whatever is clever for you. Also, shout out to Corey Rock Bottom Davis down at Rock Bottom Studios. They just moved their location to another side of Columbia, South Carolina. But shout out to them being Columbia, South Carolina's first black-owned animation station. Still doing big things. Still got a lot more on the way. Y'all make sure y'all check them out. And that sounds about it right now, man. I thought I was going to have some NFL games to talk about, but it doesn't look like any NFL games are on today. So, with that being said, we got 2 WNBA games today. We got the Mystics hosting the LA Sparks. Then we got the Fever versus Golden State. Both 2 games that I want to check out, but I guess with the date open like how I'm going to have it, I'm going to be able to check out that South Carolina game and that Notre Dame game. I'm putting my money on South Carolina, and I think that game with them is going to be like 28-14 or 28-21 South Carolina. Notre Dame, Miami, number 6 Notre Dame, I'm pulling for them with the upset to Miami. I think it's going to be maybe 24-21. That's my call on that. That's my take on it. Y'all have a good day. And remember, we are back.
Here to bring you the facts, data, and statistics up close and personal. Letting you decide if it truly is haze or do waste.
It's good. Wins the game at the buzzer. Elijah heads to the back. A toss sweep.